Welcome to the Story Learning Podcast, regular doses of language learning tips and motivation to help you become fluent in any language. With me, Olly Richards. For language programs, books, free resources, and much more, visit StoryLearning.com. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the I Will Teach You a Language podcast. Thanks very much for tuning in. Now, why do New Year's resolutions or goals have to be set at New Year? Doesn't seem to make sense to me. Do I really think that, or am I just justifying the fact that I'm doing a New Year podcast on February the 6th as I'm recording this? Who knows? But I thought it would be interesting to look back on last year and also point forward to the coming year, because this time last year I recorded an episode called What to Expect from Me in 2017. And so I'm going to go back through that and talk about what I said last year, and also talk a little bit about why I did or did not achieve those things. And then I'm going to tell you about what my plans are for 2018, so that you have some idea what to expect, why you should keep listening, and also maybe a couple of opportunities to meet and hang out. It's always great to put names to faces. All right, so let's take a little look back at last year and see what happened. I mean, for the first time ever, I think I actually achieved all of my goals for last year. I'm really pretty happy. The highlights, I think, were my new Spanish beginner program, which was a smashing success, as was Conversations, of course, which I made a lot of noise about last year and will continue to do so because I really believe in the material. And of course, also the Cantonese Conversations, which was the first of those to come out. Those three were all fantastically well received and a lot of work, but good work, and I'm very pleased to have got that out into the world. The Languages of London project was born in April last year. We've had some teething problems in terms of venues in London. If you go to meetup.com and search for Languages of London, you'll find us there. We've had a real trouble actually finding a regular venue that will accept us, but we've had a meetup every single month for the whole of last year, starting from April. And I've met some really fantastic people at those meetups, and it's really great to have this sort of forum for people who love languages to come together. So I'm very happy about that. I mentioned last year as well a secret project regarding my books of short stories that I was hoping to be able to announce last year, but I couldn't, unfortunately. It's still secret, but hopefully around summer this year you will find out more about that. That's still under wraps, but been incredibly exciting. And so yeah, all of those are my kind of big, I guess, my own projects in terms of I Will Teach You a Language and what I was working on. On a more personal level, I had travelled a lot last year. I had a great year of travel. I went to Hong Kong, Thailand, the Czech Republic, Belgium twice. I went to Mexico, Montreal, Iceland, Spain twice, Portugal. I went to Lisbon for the first time, which was great. I think I'm probably forgetting something. But it was a great year of travel. I also improved my Cantonese massively, which is great. I'm actually recording this now in Hong Kong and using Cantonese a fair bit, I guess I'd say. But it's definitely, definitely crossed the bridge last year in terms of my proficiency in Cantonese, which is great. And yeah, I guess my only slight regret, I think, would be that I worked very hard last year. I really did burn the candle at both ends a little bit, and one of my missions for this year is just to relax a little bit more and not feel under so much pressure to constantly churn out stuff. Although I'm happy when I do. I love producing podcast episodes. I love producing blog posts. I love creating new courses and new materials. And when I see the reactions from people, it is extremely gratifying. So, you know, it's difficult, but I have kind of come to realize that you've got to enjoy life, and you can't just be working all the time. So I will be trying to chill out just a little bit in 2018. Having said that, I've also got a bunch of big plans. So let me tell you about what's coming up this year. So first of all, there's a big podcast survey out now, which hopefully you've all filled in. And if you haven't, why on earth not? What are you thinking? There's nothing more important than this. Please go to iwillteachyoualanguage.com/podcast survey to fill that out, so you can tell me what you how you want the podcast to evolve.
We'll have a new website launching soon. I've never updated the I Will Teach Your Language blog, but that's in for a big revamp coming very soon. In terms of my personal projects, I am learning Italian this year. Now, the those of you with memories of an elephant will remember that I did already learn Italian in the past, but I've since forgotten it. And I meet lots of fantastic Italians in London who I want to build relationships with, get to know, and communicate with in their language. I think I've kind of come to a realization now that, language learning is, I think the most valuable application of language learning is at home, in your community, where it can be most meaningful for you in your life and in the lives of others, where you can use your languages to have an impact. And Italian for me is one of those things that's just been on the back burner for so long. And I've been putting it off because I've been focusing on Cantonese. But I'm kind of coming to a realization that Cantonese is, I'm going to be learning it for the rest of my life. So I may as well take a bit of time out to really learn Italian. So on that basis, I think in May this year, I'm going to devote a month to learning Italian. And in June, I'm going to go on a trip with Yan, our annual language study trip abroad. I'm not going to tell you where it is, but you can probably make a fairly good guess. So yeah, I've also got a couple of trips planned. I'll be going to Japan next month. I'll be going to Slovenia for the Polyglot Conference in October. Also in April, we are running the very first Creators Business Mastermind. So this is very cool. I've been wanting for some time to help people who are doing things like me, with blogs and websites and podcasts and things like that, to have more of an impact in the world, to get their message out, to reach more people, and to make a living doing the thing that they love. And so I'm actually organizing a retreat in Tenerife in April for a very small group of people. It was invite only, actually. But we're going to go to this huge 12-bedroom villa that I've rented out in the south of Tenerife. And we're going to spend a whole week there just talking about this crazy industry that we're in and how to do well in it. And I'm going to be helping people get to grips with some of their own challenges, whilst also hopefully learning a lot of stuff from the people there as well. So I think this year is invite only, but we will be running it again next year. So maybe I'll put if that sounds like something that you're interested in, drop me an email. Maybe I'll put you on the list for consideration next year. But that's going to be fantastic. I'd also like to visit language. I think is it LangCon, the event that italki are running in Shanghai every year now. It's been difficult to schedule it previously, but I'm hoping to go and visit italki in China as well later on in the year. We'll see what emerges with that. But beyond that, then the big thing that I'm going to be working on now is creating some more beginner language courses. So as I mentioned earlier, we launched my beginner Spanish program last year, which you can find at fluentspanishacademy.com. fluentspanishacademy.com. And the reason it took me so long to make that course was because I was really kind of just struggling to understand, to develop the concept that I wanted to use to teach. I knew I wanted to use story. I knew I wanted to use an approach that involved listening and reading, because that's what gives you the best foundation in a language. I didn't want to kind of fall into the kind of Duolingo instant gratification trap. I wanted to produce something substantial that really teaches you the language. And the Spanish course was the experiment with that, really. And the feedback's been fantastic. If you could see the comments inside the member area where we've got people who are listening to Spanish for the first time and saying, wow, I really cannot believe just how much is sinking in when they're following through the method that I teach in the course, and they can see the results of just this new language emerging inside their brains as they're studying. The feedback is just so positive from that, and so I want to develop that out into more languages. We have German coming up soon. I've collaborated with a secret special guest for that, and we'll be announcing that very soon. But this will be a very, very similar program based on story, and it'll be for learning German. So if you've ever thought about learning German, then that's going to be for you. Hopefully coming up in a month or two. maybe more like 2, possibly 3. Certainly by April, anyway. April is, I think, the latest that we're planning to release that course. I have also got in the back of my mind Italian and French for this year, although that might be a bit ambitious. We'll see what happens, but certainly either Italian or French, one of the two. I know Italian is an extremely popular language among listeners of the podcast and readers of the blog as well, and so I'm probably going to try to somehow combine it with my Italian study mission this year as well to get that out into the world. I'm also considering a more advanced version of Conversations. So whereas Conversations is obviously pre-written very carefully in order to control for level, so it's ideal for those of you who are at a kind of post-beginner, low-intermediate level, which is where I think most people probably are in their languages. But I'm considering doing one for a higher level, so basically spontaneous conversations in the language, fully transcribed and translated and all of that. And so that's definitely on the cards as well. It's a bit of an organizational nightmare, so I'm probably going to have to bring in some help locally in London to actually make that happen. London's a great place to do this because what I do is I record it all in video, so you can actually sit and watch conversations between people, and so you kind of feel like you're there in the room with them. London's great because you have so many different nationalities there, but getting all those different people together is, at the same time on the same day to record it, it's tough. And, you have to pay people quite a lot of money and you have to be super organized and it takes huge amounts of time. So we'll have to see whether that works. The reason I'm hesitating a little bit is because, as I said earlier, I do want to try and chill out a little bit this year. So I don't want to massively overcommit and then end up with a hugely overblown, inflated, crazy year, a bit like last year was. But nevertheless, it's something I want to do. So that is on the cards. I'm doing more YouTube. So if you like the podcast and you like YouTube, so you like video, then make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, because there I'm giving... it's similar to the podcast, but I'm giving shorter, more concise, more direct thoughts on language learning. I'm trying to keep the videos to less than 5 minutes, so they're ideal to watch when you're on the bus or something like that. And I tend to be a little bit more off the cuff with those. So even more than I am with the podcast. And I've already had a little bit of a controversy kick up, as I mentioned in a previous episode with that. But that's all good. So come and join the discussion there. You can go to YouTube and search for Olly Richards, and you will find my channel there. It's picking up steam gradually. And last but not least, we have the Fluent Spanish Academy. The Fluent Spanish Academy is going to be, I believe, 1 year old in June. We're about a year and a half old now. And you'll remember it from previous... Well, if you're a long-term listener from the podcast, you will remember when it first launched back in, I think it was June 2015, 2016, something like that. And we've got one... So the Fluent Spanish Academy, in case you don't know, is aimed at those of you who are intermediate level Spanish learners, because it's a very, very tricky stage, the intermediate level. And you need to change the way you study. You need to behave in a different way. You can't keep studying like you did when you were a beginner. You have to change things up. You have to study with different material in a different way. But it's very difficult to find all the material you need in one kind of contained place, along with the right kind of advice for how to use it and how to stay motivated. And so the Fluent Spanish Academy is for intermediate learners to help you through that intermediate plateau onto advanced fluent Spanish. And I've got some big changes planned for that, because we've got lots and lots of members and a wonderful community there. And I've recently done a big survey of members to find out what they need that's going to be more to make it more helpful, so they can get to their goals even faster. And some of the feedback from that was quite interesting for me, actually. I wasn't expecting it necessarily, but it's good, and I'm very glad that I did that, because now I know exactly what direction to take it in. So some great stuff coming up there in the academy. If you are an intermediate Spanish learner, then go to fluentspanishacademy.com. That will give you some more information about that, and in case you'd like to join us, you'd be very welcome. And I believe that is it. I've got some personal goals as well, but I don't think I necessarily want to talk about them here. Or maybe I should, I don't know. What do you think? Let me know if you want me to talk about my personal goals for for 2018. They're quite personal, actually. I don't imagine it will interest most of you, but you can always tweet me if you want to hear about them. Maybe I'll do a kind of behind the scenes episode. Anyway, thank you very much for listening. Thank you for your support over the last year. It's been fantastic. Isn't it weird when you start to have this kind of end of year stuff in February? Anyway, just goes to show you don't have to take stock and plan at the beginning of the year. You can do it anytime. I plan on doing it many times throughout this year. But as always, I appreciate you. I appreciate your attention. I appreciate your support. And I'll see you back in the next episode of the podcast. Take care.
Thanks for listening to today's episode. And here at Story Learning, everything that I do is powered by stories, whether that's writing books, teaching lessons, crafting courses. My mission is to help everyone succeed at learning a new language through the power of story. And we now have comprehensive language courses in over 15 languages, from Spanish to French, Korean to Japanese, and across all levels from beginner to mastery. And you can take a 7-day free trial of any of these programs by visiting storylearning.com/courses. I've poured my heart and soul into creating these courses over the last 10 or so years, and we've helped tens of thousands of new students achieve their dreams of learning a new language, all through the power of story. So go ahead and take a free trial. There's no commitment. You can try out our method for free. See if this can also be the breakthrough for you that it's been for so many other people. storylearning.com/courses.